The documentaries, fictional stories, and poems on this channel contain mature themes including psychological horror, violence, death, self-harm, mental health crises, and other disturbing subject matter. If you're sensitive to dark content, this may not be for you. Listener discretion is strongly advised. Curtain call. It was something unfamiliar on the radio that day. First time I heard the leader of the band. So I became another doting member of the hordes that were utterly committed to this man. As customary, constantly releasing brand new songs. Like addicts, we were hungering for more. When tickets went on sale, I couldn't buy them fast enough, so I could stand among the thousands and adore. My parents were distraught, not wanting me to go. Too young, they said, to travel on my own. Eventually, they trusted me, or else I wore them down. I cared not why, just that I could go. Anticipation wouldn't let my eager mind relax, and I focused on the clock throughout the night. Till, utterly exhausted, at last I closed my eyes, seemingly just minutes prior to light. In a dreamlike state, I heard his voice beckoning to me as my favorite song chimed for me to rise. And even sheer fatigue couldn't quell my joy. As I forced myself to open tired eyes, I barely heard the lectures of how much care to take, as my parents drove me down to catch the train. I was going through the motions, too preoccupied to care. Compared to him, it bordered on mundane. On the train, I dozed a little, with headphones blaring loud, for I had to know each lyric off by heart. The only way to show him what a devotee was I, as he looks and singles me out from the crowd. At last we reach the station, and I gather up my things. I glance out on the platform as I stand. Never seen so many people, all gathered in one place. As I queue up at the door, tote bag in hand. The pushing and the shoving, a little hard to bear. Everybody wants to be the first in line. As I stepped towards the platform from behind a violent shove, I trip, regain my balance, and I'm fine. Heading to the turnstiles, I notice just behind, a crowd had gathered over by the train. Unable to see past them, I continue on my way, as my idol's voice still echoes in my brain. The concert was spectacular, better than I'd dreamed. I screamed his lyrics, just as I'd rehearsed. And I swear, for just a moment, I saw his eyes meet mine, as if somehow through the dissonance, he heard. I floated from the concert feeling so surreal, I really don't recall the journey home. But one strange thing I noticed, no one met me at the train, so I had to make my way back on my own. From outside, I heard crying. My mother's tears, I think, as I turned my key and opened up the door. My parents both looked shocked, though they never looked at me. Such sorrow in them I'd never seen before. I closed the door behind me as it made a deafening slam. All of us were startled at the sound. Still, not a word was spoken as the tears began again, and I wondered at this anguish so profound. I moved towards them slowly. I couldn't comprehend. What grief could make them never notice me? As I reached my family, I could hear a somber voice. It filled the room with deep sincerity. "I'm so sorry for your loss. as I turned to see a man, dressed in a policeman's uniform. Ignoring me, my parents continued both to cry. It was killing me, not knowing who was gone. Who was I to grieve for? My mind began to reel. For this reaction, it must be someone dear. "So sorry, Mom," I whispered as I gently touched her face. But it seemed my voice was far too soft to hear. "Tell us how it happened," Dad spluttered desperately. Perhaps this man's reply would shed some light. "As the train moved from the platform, I'm afraid your daughter fell. The injuries resulting took her life." The whole room started spinning. What did he just say? I did trip at the train, but didn't fall. I tried to play the morning back over in my head. Falling underneath a train, I can't recall. I did feel a shove and a stumble as I stepped, and of course the crowd that gathered there behind. "But I tell you, I'm right here," I was screaming at them now. "It's not true. I would remember if I died." But nobody was listening. I couldn't make them hear. I desperately kept trying to get through, till I saw in the policeman's hand, he held my bloodied tote. That was when I realized it was true. Overcoming days, I watched the pain of loved ones left behind. You don't know the void that's left once you are gone. In limbo, I couldn't even show them I was there. Unable to connect, I was alone. I never meant to leave them. If I had my time again, I'd show them just how much they meant to me. Yes, I'm with them, sharing all their joys and sorrows through the years. Forever, just a ghost that they can't see.